Well, our second day, we started out getting up and get going by 7:30 because we got about a good amount of flat walking at the Chinese Wall, and we're probably gonna end up camping up there. So after our campsite this morning, we started with a 300-foot gradual climb, and we're just about over with that. And here's a tiny little lake before we get to the Lost Lakes, which is about another mile to get to. And then we should encounter 2 left turns and be on the Chinese Wall today. So we're going to try to cover that as much as possible. That's our goal for our second day. And so we have about 1,300 foot elevation gain total before we get to the flattest sections. And we want to do about 7 miles today. So this is a cute little lake. I don't think there's any fish. Well, we're pretty certain this is East Lake. This is the most beautiful lake I've seen so far. It is just outstanding. It's huge. It's well worth a walk over here. It goes all the way around to my right. And you're looking at the Chinese Wall, which we are going to traverse. Like my shoes? Oh, the dreaded log crossings. It's usually 2 skinny logs side by side, 1 for each foot. That should do it.
We're on one of the upper lakes. This is called West Lost Lake. Nice spot. Lots of trees. Beautiful scenery. Right against the wall, the Chinese Wall. Quite a few bugs too. And we got a good climb ahead of us. Alright, we're on the south side of the Chinese Wall. We're actually on the east side of it, I'm sorry. And we're looking at the open valleys here on the north side of the Flat Top Wilderness. And off to the side is the trail, the Lost Lakes Trail, going down to a trailhead in that valley, which is probably the dirt road that flanks the north side of the Flat Top Wilderness, going from Steamboat Springs over to Meeker. And it's about 65 miles of dirt road.
Yeah, we're climbing. We're still climbing. It's about noon. Over there is Trapper Lake. And see the road right there? And as you can see, we are surrounded by civilization out here. Well, a little walk on the top. We're getting some water here, which is basically melted snow, or actually snow, because there are no streams up here that we can see, not just yet. And after that hike up, we're out of water, for me anyway. And I'm standing on a cliff. Let me zoom out a bit. There you go. Here's the edge. Snow patch on the corner. And I'm not nowhere near it. And there's lakes and things that we pass by. Here's our water source. Nice big patch of snow. And it's all melted snow. And it comes right out. And they created this little dam here to collect it. And you're probably thinking, is it all mud? Not at all. It's crystal clear, and it is the best cold water you could ever get your hands on. Anywhere. Colorado, California, you name it.
Rocky Mountain High. And this is high. 11,600.
We're at 11,600 feet. I'm just panning around. Look at all the clouds. And we're gonna walk
that way.
That way.
There's our next post. See the post?
There's a post. Head towards the cliff over there again. And this would be our campsite. There's all kinds of sticks sticking up, so we put out our things, clothes. We wash some things. There is a nice little stream, melted snow that goes right through there, and we got an opportunity to wash ourselves up and enjoy the afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock now. We're 2 miles short of Devil's Causeway.
This is Dave. I just took a walk after dinner up here on Chinese Wall, and I'm doing a scan right from the cliff in the horizon. I'm on a pretty narrow precipice here, but it's just showing all the lakes and the area we came from on the first day. Some pretty nice cliffs here if you really like eerie places.
And we finally get to see an elk. Kinda all by itself, running.
Probably most likely the way you'll see it.
We actually saw several of them, but by the time I got the camera out, it was too late. And this is the perfect way to end the day as we're backpacking. Nice, huh? Sun's going down.
From Long Lake, beautiful campsite, and shortly after that we did a little 300-foot climb over a small pass, but then dropped 400 foot down into East Lost Lake, which is a very beautiful spot, and crossed a couple streams here and got over to the junction of the Lost Lake Trail here, and went up, started climbing. Got a little bit steeper, then we leveled off to West Lost Lake, a little bit of a break there, not much, and came up and hit the junction on the ridge to Chinese Wall.
The blue line is just a division of National Forest.
Right. Okay, and then we took the trail here, took a couple left turns to Chinese Wall. It was pretty straight up. It's some switchbacks, climbing up through the trees, and then broke out of the trees at about, the tree line here is pretty high, I'd say around 11.4 or so, and hit some beautiful upper meadows, and we were running low on water. We were drinking a lot. It's hot out actually today, and hit some snow right in this area here, you know, at about 11.5 or so, and came down and we saw these lake basins here in this area here, and I think we're right here now. We're at this looks like a Packers site or something on this real high area here at 11.5 or 11.4 in that area, and we got something to sit on, and we're just kicking back and enjoying ourselves. Elizabeth has a little bit of a foot problem, so we thought we'd stop early, and we're in pretty good position.
And Trapper Lake is over there. That's Trapper Lake, which we have a clear, wonderful view. I'll show you in a second. And we're heading in that direction there.